90% of diabetes would be reversed if you stop these foods. Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. I'm thrilled you're here because today we're tackling a life-changing topic, how stopping certain foods could reverse or prevent up to 90% of diabetes cases worldwide. That's a huge claim, but I've dug deep into studies, books, and expert insights to bring you the most reliable list out there. This isn't about perfection, it's about taking control of your health. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments, so let's dive in right now. Diabetes, especially type 2, is a global crisis affecting millions and driving up healthcare costs. The good news, it's largely tied to what we eat. By cutting out harmful foods and making smarter choices, you can stabilize your blood sugar, reduce inflammation, and protect your body. Today, we'll cover the worst foods for diabetes, ones that spike your blood sugar and fuel disease. We'll debunk myths, expose flawed studies, and share what to eat instead. Ready? Let's start with the first culprit. 1. Fat-free packaged snacks. Sugar in disguise. First up, fat-free packaged snacks. You see them everywhere: chips, crackers, cookies with fat-free or low-fat labels. They sound healthy, but they're a trap. When fat is removed, manufacturers add sugar to keep the flavor. Check the glycemic index, or GI, which shows how fast a food raises blood sugar. Foods with a GI of 70 to 100 are the worst. They spike your blood sugar, cause inflammation, and damage arteries and nerves. Most fat-free snacks fall in this range, packed with processed sugars, salt, and additives. For example, a bag of fat-free crackers might list sugar, corn syrup, or dextrose on the label. These hidden sugars are terrible for your body. Instead, aim for foods with a GI under 70. Whole and processed options we'll cover later. For now, ditch those fat-free snacks. 2. Low-fat salad dressings and condiments. Next, low-fat salad dressings and condiments. You might think a light dressing makes your salad healthier, but these are often loaded with sugar and salt to compensate for the missing fat. That low-fat ranch or Caesar dressing, it can turn your salad into a blood sugar disaster. The same goes for fat-free peanut butter, ketchup, barbecue sauce, and even sweeteners like honey or agave nectar. These have a high GI, spiking your blood sugar and insulin. Margarine is another one to avoid. It used to be packed with trans fats, more on those later, and even now it's a processed mess. Better options use condiments like mustard salsa, hummus, guacamole, plain Greek yogurt, apple cider vinegar, grass-fed butter, or balsamic vinegar. These are low GI, flavorful, and won't harm your health. 3. Artificial sweeteners. A hidden risk. Let's talk about artificial sweeteners. Marketed as calorie-free solutions for diabetics, they're not as safe as they seem. While they don't raise blood sugar directly, studies show they can trigger cravings, making you reach for more sweets. This can derail your diet. Natural sweeteners like stevia might be better, but use them sparingly. The goal is to enjoy whole foods without needing extra sweetness. 4. Fruit myths, separating fact from fiction. Now here's a big one: fruit. There's a myth that fruit is bad for diabetics because of its sugar content. Let's set the record straight. A 2017 study found that eating fresh fruit in moderation can prevent diabetes, not worsen it. The sugars in fruit, called intrinsic sugars, are different from the free sugars in candy or soda. Fruits like berries, apples, and pears are high in fiber, which slows sugar absorption and keeps your blood sugar stable. Their GI is usually under 50. But some fruits are risky. High GI fruits like ripe bananas, watermelon, dried fruits, and fruit juices can spike your blood sugar. For instance, a glass of orange juice has the sugar of multiple oranges without the fiber. Stick to whole fresh fruits in moderation. What's your take on fruit? Share in the comments. 5. Processed snacks, a sugar overload. Next, processed snacks like pastries, store-bought energy bars and candy bars. These are loaded with sugar, white flour, and unhealthy fats. A single candy bar like a Three Musketeers has 3 tablespoons of sugar, about 40 grams. That's a fast track to a blood sugar spike and long-term risks like heart disease. Over 50% of people over 45 have artery damage, and sugar is a major driver. Instead, snack on nuts, avocado slices, or low GI fruits. I also love a secret drink I make every morning. It's low-calorie filling and kills cravings. Check my other video for the recipe. It's a must-try 6. Sugary breakfast foods, starting your day wrong. Let's move to breakfast. Flavored yogurt, cereals, and granola are often marketed as healthy, but they're sugar bombs. A serving of fruity yogurt can have 14 grams of sugar, a full tablespoon. Some cereals pack 8 tablespoons in a large bowl. These high GI foods flood your body with sugar, making you tired and clogging arteries. Even healthy cereals often have a GI above 50, which is risky for diabetics. Granola with added sugars no better. It might have some fiber, but the sugar outweighs the benefits. Choose plain Greek yogurt, unsweetened oatmeal, or whole grain cereals without added sugar. These keep you full and your blood sugar steady. 7. Milk and alternatives. Not so wholesome. Milk might seem like a healthy choice, but modern milk, especially skim or fat-free, has issues. It contains lactose, a sugar, and doesn't keep you full. Pair it with sugary cereal and it's a disaster. Nutella jams and high-sugar peanut butters are just as bad, loaded with sugar and low in satisfaction. For breakfast, try eggs, avocado, or black coffee. No syrups or sweeteners. Those coffee shop drinks can have up to 8 tablespoons of sugar in 1 cup. 8. Animal fats. Not the enemy you think. Now let's tackle animal fats. For decades, we were told that fats from meat or butter cause heart disease and diabetes. But studies funded by the sugar industry skewed the data to blame fat while ignoring sugar's role. A 2019 Annals of Internal Medicine study found that red meat eaten in moderation doesn't increase risks for heart disease, cancer, or diabetes. A steak or grass-fed butter can be part of a healthy diet. They're filling, high in protein and low GI. But moderation is key. Extreme diets like carnivore, where you eat only meat, might cause problems long-term. And avoid fried meats. The seed oils used, like vegetable or canola oil, are high in omega-6 fatty acids, which drive inflammation. A 2016 study found little link between butter and heart disease, making it a better choice than margarine. 9. Processed meats, the true culprit. Processed meats are a different story. Hot dogs, sausages, salami, cheap bacon, and canned meats are often packed with sugar, salt, and additives. They're made from low-quality scraps and linked to worse health outcomes, especially in communities with less access to health care. Choose high-quality lean meats like chicken breast, grass-fed beef, turkey, or salmon. These are nutrient-rich and won't spike your blood sugar. 10. Trans fats, a fading but lingering threat. Trans fats were once the worst offenders. These partially hydrogenated fats found in microwave popcorn, frozen pizzas, and baked goods are indigestible and clog arteries. They were banned in many countries by 2020, so they're less common now. But the foods that used to contain them, like commercial cookies, cakes, and fast food, are still unhealthy, often loaded with sugar and bad oils. Avoid frozen pizzas, refrigerated doughs, and fried foods like French fries or donuts. 11. Bad oils, the omega-6 problem. Let's talk oils. Some oils like vegetable, corn, or soybean are high in omega-6 fatty acids, which cause inflammation, when they outweigh omega-3s. The average American diet has a 25:1 omega-6 to omega-3 ratio when it should be 1:1. A rat study showed high omega-6 diets increased inflammation and cancer risk. Better oils include olive oil, avocado oil, and coconut oil. Dr. Kate Shanahan, a physician, has a great guide to good and bad fats on her site. The key: avoid frying in high omega-6 oils and stick to whole food fats like nuts or avocado. 12. Low nutrient, low fiber foods, the worst snacks. Now, a major offender: low nutrient, low fiber foods. Potato chips are the worst, called the single worst food in America by the New England Journal of Medicine. They're high in calories, low in fiber, and don't satisfy hunger. You can eat a whole bag and still want more. This category includes Cheetos, Doritos, and even healthy snacks like veggie straws. Always check labels for fiber, protein, and nutrients. Snack on nuts, low-calorie broths, or my favorite filling drink. See my other video for the recipe. These crush cravings without harming your blood sugar. 13. White rice and bread, refined carb traps. White rice and white bread are next. These refined carbs have a high GI, turning into sugar quickly and increasing belly fat and blood sugar spikes. Swap them for brown rice, quinoa, or whole grain bread. Better yet, eat nuts or veggies for longer lasting fullness. 14. Sugary drinks, liquid disaster. We're hitting the big ones now: sugary drinks. This includes flavored milk, chain store fruit, smoothies, sports drinks, energy drinks, and soda. A large sports drink can have 6 tablespoons of sugar, enough to ruin your diet in one sip. A Journal of American College of Cardiology study linked all sweetened drinks to higher risks of diabetes, heart disease, and atherosclerosis. Diet soda isn't much better. While carbonation is harmless, artificial sweeteners can fuel cravings. I love carbonated water with apple cider vinegar or lemon juice. It's refreshing and sugar-free. Black coffee and unsweetened tea are also great. 15. Alcohol, a double-edged sword. Alcohol is tricky. In moderation, 2 to 3 drinks for men, 1 to 2 for women, it's usually fine. But if you have diabetes, poor circulation, or take medications like blood pressure pills, alcohol can worsen things. The upside: getting your diabetes under control might let you enjoy an occasional drink again. Use it as motivation. 16. Added sugar and high fructose corn syrup. Public enemy number 1. Finally, the worst culprit: added sugar and high fructose corn syrup. These are in soda, candy, sauces, fat-free condiments, ice cream, jams, bread, crackers, and fast food. They're the top cause of obesity, diabetes, heart disease, and fatty liver worldwide. The sugar industry funded studies to blame fat, but the truth is clear: sugar is the real poison. It's costing trillions in healthcare and shortening lives, all while companies profit. It's time to fight back by cutting these out. 6 easy steps to cut sugar and reverse diabetes. Here's how to take action with 6 simple steps. Choose fresh produce. Focus on fresh fruits and veggies over processed foods. Find filling snacks. Nuts, lemon water, or low-calorie broths keep you satisfied. Skip sugary drinks. Choose water, tea, or black coffee instead. Pick whole milk or organic. Avoid fat-free milk. It's less filling and often sugary. Go whole grain. Choose unsweetened oatmeal or whole grain cereals. Cook at home. Skip store-bought cakes, cookies, and snacks. Make your own with whole ingredients. The game changer: intermittent fasting. Now, the secret weapon no one talks about because it's free: intermittent fasting. One man fasted for 382 days under medical supervision, lost 276 pounds, and lived healthily for over 30 years. Studies show controlled fasting improves insulin resistance and sparks a metabolic shift toward better health. For most type 2 diabetics, it's safe with doctor approval. Just monitor blood sugar to avoid lows. Fasting isn't about starving. It's about giving your body a break from sugar spikes. Check my other videos for fasting tips. It's a game changer. Debunking the myths. Let's bust some myths. The sugar industry funded studies to blame fat for diabetes and heart disease, but research like the Journal of the American Medical Association shows sugar is the real driver. Animal fats in moderation aren't the enemy. Even nitrates in meats aren't as bad as thought. They're in our saliva naturally. The issue is processed foods, not whole ones. What to eat for better health. So what should you eat? Here's a quick guide. Condiments, mustard salsa, hummus guacamole, Greek yogurt, apple cider vinegar, grass-fed butter. Fruits, fresh berries, apples, pears in moderation. Breakfast eggs, avocado, plain oatmeal, black coffee. Meats, quality chicken, beef, turkey, or fish. Fats, olive oil, avocado nuts. Drinks, water, unsweetened tea, black coffee, or homemade carbonated water with lemon. These are low GI, nutrient-dense, and keep you full. They're the core of a diabetes-friendly diet. Here's the takeaway: 90% of diabetes cases can be managed or reversed by cutting high-sugar, high-GI foods and choosing whole, unprocessed alternatives. Sugar, not fat, drives this disease. By reading labels, cooking at home, and trying intermittent fasting, you can reclaim your health. It's not easy, but it's worth it. You don't need fancy products, just knowledge and action. Check my other videos for tips like my fill and drink recipe or fasting guides. And tell me in the comments, what foods are you cutting? Any tips that work for you? A quick note: always consult your doctor before major diet changes, especially if you're on medication. Diabetes is serious, but you have the power to fight it. Hit subscribe, share this video with someone who needs it, and let's spread the word. Together, we can tackle this epidemic one meal at a time. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. One last thing, drop a like if this helped, and let's keep the conversation going. Stay healthy, stay strong, and I'll catch you in the next video. Huh.